Okay, here we go. Workout part 2. Part 1 was earlier today. We did a quick review then. We'll do a quick review once again. We have the Latchbar exercise system. The Latchbar exercise system is a attachment system for resistance bands, straps, chains, and you could probably use ropes too. However, we're just using the basics. We have 4 flat bars, we have 4 round bars. We have the deluxe flat bar, we have the basic flat bar, and we have the single flat bar. We have the single round, we have the basic round, we have the deluxe round. I left the last 2 off for a reason, because they're not really the same. This is a 44-inch squat press bar. This is a sit-on, lay-on, flat bar. These 3, the basic, the deluxe, and the single, are all wall mountable. They have to be ordered as such so that I do not include the anti-slip strips on them, and they will have pre-drilled holes so that you can mount them. You may have to make the hole larger, but I put it in a place where you should drill it at. The round latch bar has a plastic sleeve on it. Not sure if you can see it well, but it has a plastic sleeve on the latch bar. It will be clear, it will not be black. Those were samples that I had, and since this is my studio, I have different items that you may not see marketed. Here you have a set of elevators. These elevators are used to elevate the latch bar off the floor so that you can do push-ups. I know everyone loves push-ups. So we're gonna move this out of the way. And we're gonna get started. Okay, we have a set of straps attached to the deluxe wall mount. And we're going to do a number of different exercises. So no real format, but just a lot of different exercises. Hang with me now. We are demonstrating the usages, or some of the usages, of the latch bar attachment system. There are so many different usages that we will not be able to include all of them in our workout session. We will do what we can. Some days we do an extra workout session only if we feel we have the energy to do so. And also time. Time is also important for everyone. I don't always have time to do 2 sessions, nor do I always have the energy to do so. I wish it was as easy as letting the air out. That doesn't happen. That's why we have to work on this. And I'm just as guilty. We have to work on that extra hard in order to achieve our goal. Little added neck exercise. I'll have to charge you guys for that one. Just kidding you. Just a joke. I can't charge you for anything. As well as you all know. So we're going to put a mat on the floor. It looks like we're getting ready to do some sit-ups. That's right. Some sit-ups. So we're going to get our basic latch bar, which has our strap assemblies. We're going to get down here and do some sit-ups. And then we'll do a few crunches also while we're at it. We'd all be in a lot better shape if we could work out 2 times a day, I'm sure. Especially doing these exercises. So we go from the sit-up, then we do our crunch. But you still have to get some cardio in, because the cardio will also help you reach your goal. So you can't just rely on strengthening, you also need cardio too. So, as I advertised, my system upgrades your existing system. I'll give you an example. Other than our sit-up apparatus, which no one else has, this sit-up apparatus will enable anyone to do a sit-up. These are regular bands, but once they are folded over and stacked as these are, they become now, with this apparatus, a power band, a power system. That's what is meant by stepping your system up to another level. Get as much as you can out of the resistance bands that you already have or that you are going to purchase. You have resistance bands that are extreme resistance bands, and if you have the correct applications, such as the Latchbar attachment assembly, you would be able to use them as power bands. Just think of that. And you would be maximizing the work that you get out of the resistance band. You'll be maximizing your workout. You'll be increasing, you'll be making it much, much better. Trust me. So that's why when I do this press while lying down, you can see that it's not so easy to do. So if you want to get here, lay here, and if you're going to do it like you're lifting a weight, then that becomes much easier. You're not supposed to do it like that. You're supposed to, when you're lifting it, gradually go up to the apex, to the top. Then bring it back down slowly. If you're going to do a number of pumps while you're doing it, like once you lift it like this, and if you're going to do it a number of times, just maintain the resistance and bring it back down partially and push it back up. And then call that one set. Not just one. Just one doesn't get it when you're using resistance bands. You have to do it in the format of what I just did, all the way around, making sure you maintain resistance on the bands, and then you can do your exercise. Oh man. Then you get something out of it. Otherwise, just using that single tubular resistance band, you have to be the Jolly Green Giant. That thing is 45 inches long. So what are you going to do with it? Most of the resistance bands, that's how they're made. Even the flat resistance bands, they're 41 inches long. So you need to be able to fold it. Make it only 21 inches or 22 inches, 23 inches, whatever it happens to be. You will get a lot more tension out of that resistance band using it like that. So you will be essentially turning it into a power band using it with the Latchbar system. And these other exercises that you can do when you're using straps, my goodness, using your own body weight for resistance, most of us got more than enough body weight to use for resistance. So when you pull yourself up into this crunch, believe me, it's a serious effort. And this is another way that you can do it, maintaining your feet on the floor as I'm doing, and pull yourself up. into a crunch like that. Also, you don't have to lift yourself. You're lifting your whole body with your abdomen and also your biceps. Don't leave your abdomen out. How you like that one? Now put your feet on the wall board on top of the mounted bar. You will see that this is a lot easier, but it is difficult also. Okay, it's nothing like a workout right before dinner time. So we're just rotating through a lot of different equipment here, just using it to our advantage. And as I said, this band, using it as a single strip, this band here is much fatter. These bands are used for stepping up to a chin-up bar. They're used often for that. You can also use it to do a curl. This band has a lot more tension than these much smaller flat bands. So this is already a power band, and when you try and curl it, you will find out you need to use an additional amount of strength. You would not be able to take advantage of doubling this band and pulling on it because it would have too much tension. I mean, you can do it, yes, I don't mean that. I mean, it is so uncomfortable to my hand that you would say, nah, I'd rather not do that. So therefore, you can take the carabiner and attach it to the latch bar. Then you can take advantage of using this as a real power resistance band, and it wouldn't hurt, you wouldn't be hurting your hand anymore. That's my point. You can take these and you can put one on each hand. And if you have, let's say, a ring on your finger, it's gonna pull your finger, it's gonna hurt, all right? But yes, you can stand on it like this and you can pull the heck out of it. And you will get a very, very good workout. I do not deny that. But just think of the leverage that you get when you're using one of these, or even these. I will demonstrate that to you. This is just a hanging carabiner. You cannot apply any tension to it. If you do, it will be the end of it. But you really need a large set of carabiners. But I'm going to use a small set to make it work for us. The large ones like this is what I'm talking about. And I have larger ones on the floor over there. But like I said, this will work also. Now you take your foot and put it on there. And you can use them as pulls. You can put both feet on there to shorten the length. But what happens is when you pull, a lot of times you might pull your feet together. But once again, you can see the band becomes more of a power band when used in this mannerism. So I'm going to take this hanging carabiner off because it's getting in my way. There isn't you can also put your foot perhaps in there to hold that. Just as such. But you can also put it on to a latch bar, connect it to a latch bar and do the same exact thing. So there are ways that I'm suggesting that you can use a regular resistance band as a power band. You just have to know what you're doing. These have grips. This is a 35 pound. This is not a power band. However, once you double it over like this, it becomes more of a power type band. This band here is an extreme pro source band. Using it single doesn't give you the power that this resistance band is able to generate, but once you loop it like this, now you have double the amount of resistance, which is interpreted into power. So using them like this, you're getting the maximum amount of tension out of the resistance band so that you can get a more adequate workout. That's what we're trying to do, I believe. Get a very, very good workout. So as I continue to do this, I have to repeat it. Some exercise you need to repeat just because it feels so good. And all that means is you're getting a sensational burn out of that muscle. Yes, I said a sensational burn. Now, these are extreme bands looped over. This tubular band is very heavy duty. It's about 1/2 inch in diameter. And this flat band is about 1 inch in width. It is 4 strand at this point. So it turns this band into a power band. And the same with the tubular band. Placed onto the latch bar. Now you have a significant difference. You can pull with both arms, and you see you still, those of you, I'm sure a lot more of you can pull it further than I can. I don't claim to be a bodybuilder at all. I have an exercise product which I am demonstrating to you to share with you. But like I said, you can tell the difference right away. When you start pulling on this, you can say, my goodness, I don't know how far I can pull it. But you do it a series of times. You're not trying to get the maximum pull out of resistance bands. That's not what they are for. Now, with this one, being that it's only right in the middle, you can also pull on it and do knee bends, okay? Just like a half squat, and you'll be surprised what that does to your thighs. That's right. And do some pulls. Use that back. You know, work yourself over. If you don't work yourself over, you're not going to gain anything. Oh. Work yourself until you almost can't do it anymore. That's how you use a resistance band. You're getting the most out of the resistance. You're not lifting a weight, so you don't want to just stretch it. You want to bring it out here, hold it for a moment, release it, take it back, and do that a number of times. And that's when you'll start to feel it. You'll start to get that burn that you're supposed to get, just as if you were lifting weights. That's the proper way. And then you'll get yourself all cut up like you never thought you could, possibly, by using resistance bands. And even these that are attached to the wall mount, you can take these bands and you can stretch them out and you can just do your exercise. You know, excuse my back here, but I got these stretched almost across the room. And I'm leaning back and I'm pulling on these. And believe me, we're taking advantage of the latch bar assembly. You can take these. You can also, once again, double them to get double the amount of resistance. And I'm going to grab our carabiner over here. How about that one? That's a character for you. We're gonna just put both of these in there. And then we're gonna just loop it right there. Now you have 4 strands. So you put 2 in each hand and you go to work. Now once again, it's a bit uncomfortable because now you have turned the regular band into a power band. And that's when you'll need the usage of hand grips, Latchbar hand grips, or a regular set of hand grips. And it works much, much better. Your hands will be much more comfortable. You will have a lot more leverage. You get my point? I'm sure you do. Now you've seen me do resistive jogging, so I'm not going to do that because I jogged today as my cardio exercise. Yes, I jogged 1.5 miles, and that was my cardio exercise. So like I said, I encourage you to get some cardio in. Use a treadmill. Use an elliptical. Don't get one of those Peloton treadmills. Don't get one of those. I'm sorry, Peloton, but you've been pulling babies and stuff like that underneath your treadmill. So I gotta give you a shout. Gotta shout you out. But anyway, I've had a treadmill for more than 20 years. And you don't need anything fancy. I know they all can be dangerous, so you have to just be careful, no matter which one you buy. Elliptical, Stairmaster, what have you. Those are the type of items, machines, that you can generate cardio. Now, you can also do it manually too. That's right. You can jump rope. You can do what I did earlier. You can jog. That's right. So you can do other things too. If you're a swimmer, you can swim. Go to somewhere where the pool is heated though, because right now it's still a bit too cold to be doing it outside. Just want to encourage you to do whatever you can possibly do to get that exercise in. I prefer you to purchase the Latchbar resistance band attachment system. Increase the power that you get from your resistance bands by incorporating my system into your workout. You see, you have 4 bands, they're doubled, so that means there are 8 bands there. You can put extreme resistance bands on there for you guys that are very, very strong and work yourself out. That's right. You don't have to make it as easy as I have them for me to demonstrate to you. You can make them very difficult so that they will barely move. That's right. They will barely move. So Anyone that thinks resistance bands aren't for grown-ups, you got another thought coming. That's right. Okay, here we go with a full size squat bar. Squat, press, curl, whatever you want to do with it. That's what you can do with this bar here. So we're going to do probably all three of them. We'll start off with just the squat. Okay? Now your squat, you can go down as far as you want to on your squat. You would like to maintain resistance, but you know your body has a lot of resistance. And just doing the squat, even without the system, will give you a lot of exercise too. But with resistance, it just gives you a lot more. So, just as long as you get your squat in, that's all that's necessary. Just get some in, all right? Go from your squat. If you are able to do a press over your head back and forth, do a press over your head back and forth, then you can do a regular press. Bring it down, and you can go into the curl. Alrighty, we're looking good. Second workout of the day, using the Latchbar exercise system. Shout out to my cousins out there in Alabama. All of you know who you are. I'm representing the Jinx collection. My t-shirt. Okay, was made by the Jinx collection. Check out their products. They're on Facebook and Instagram. Check out their products. And of course, they're on the World Wide Web with their website. Alrighty, what you have here is a basic latch bar attached to a 2x10. It allows us to do side crunches while we're just standing up. Instead of being over here on the wall mount, you can do a side crunch like that also. You know? I don't know what happened to my timer. I had my timer working, but looked like my timer dropped off. So I'm not really sure where we're at. I was hoping that I was able to keep track of what was going on, but I guess we must have accidentally pushed the button. But whatever, we're having a good workout. You know where the product is at. The product is at www.lw500products.net. You can see all these different workouts on YouTube. You can see some of them on Facebook, but there's more than 50 plus on YouTube. Log on to YouTube in the search field. Type in LW500 Latchbar exercise system. Subscribe to the channel. It's not going to cost you anything. Then you will be able to see all of my demos. If you do not subscribe, you will not be able to see them all. So that's the meaning, that's the reasoning behind subscribing. No other reason. No one's going to search your name out. There's more than 1,000 names in there, or Just getting there. There's about 500 in there now. No one's going to search for your name. No one doesn't matter to anyone. Just sign up and you will see some of the extended videos. So we're going to do a few more floor exercises and we'll probably call it a day after that. Once again, this is the floor press. Our lay on, sit on latch bar. It is attached to a deluxe round latch bar using tubular resistance bands. While we're here, we might as well do some sit-ups. How about that? When the opportunity is there, you got to take advantage of it. Like I say all the time, your stomach takes the worst beating, and mine surely does. That's why I need to work out 2 times a day, maybe 3 times. That's right. Easy does it. I'll have you here half the evening doing sit-ups and crunches. I know, it doesn't look like it, but that's one of my specialties. One of these days it'll look like it. I'm going to keep working at it until it happens. At that point, I will be impressed. Until then, I will not be impressed. Don't you love it? That's right. Side crunch is always good. Whether you are standing or on the bench, side crunch is very effective. That pull down is real good too. You have to take advantage of all the exercise. This is like the power bar. All right, that was my grand finale. That's our second workout of the day. Using the Latchbar attachment system. You can find my system on my website, www.lw500products.net, and also on Facebook, Instagram, and also Walmart. So it's available. If you have any questions, my telephone number is on the website. If you live locally and you are COVID protected, vaccinated, you can come by to my studio and try the equipment out, test it out. You can set up private workouts, working with resistance bands exclusively. If you like, give me a call. I'll keep your workouts private and very personal. So thank you very much. Have a good night.